Onye nwe anyị nọnyere ụnụ ka Chineke dị ike niile gọzie ụnụ nna na nwa na mmụọ nsọ. Ekpere a dị alụ ga-esite na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnobi, ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwotu Mmadụka Close, Mmuru Nnobi, 081 49 82 82 N1.2bn FM, 24 hours of informative, educative, and entertainment programs. Can't stop, won't stop. On N1.2bn FM. Listen to news updates on N1.2bn FM immediately after Angelus 6:00 a.m. and 6:00 p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. N1.2bn FM breaks the news with actualities.
And the link that if we are looking for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to N1 103.5 FM News Updates. Today, Tuesday, the 15th day of August 2023, and the time is 3 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifanshuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. Nigeria's Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, issues flood warning to Lagos, Anambra, Adamawa, 16 others. Abia Governor Oti bans Okada in Umuahia, Aba, Imoguba. Uzodinma drops deputy, picks woman as new running mate. 4 die in land dispute. Community clash in Enugu. Engage in politics, not war. Uzodinma tells Imo people. ECOWAS considers risky military intervention for Niger president. Now, details. Nigeria's Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, issues flood warning to Lagos, Anambra, Adamawa, 16 others. NEMA in January said that no fewer than 662 persons died, while 3,174 suffered injuries and 2,430,445 others were displaced by the 2022 flood disaster in Nigeria. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has warned that Lagos, Anambra, Adamawa, and 16 other states across the country will experience heavy rainfall that will lead to flooding between August 14th and August 18, 2023, according to the NEMA flood prediction released on Monday by Flood Early Warning System, FUSE, Central Hub, Federal Ministry of Environment, Abuja, and made available by the acting coordinator of the Lagos Territorial Office of the agency, Ibrahim Faliloye. The flood will heavily affect Apapa, Badagry, Etiosa, Ikeja, Ikorodu, Ikoyi, Lagos Island, Ojo, Lagos, and Surulere areas of Lagos State, Atani, area of Anambra State, and Numa and Cheleng areas of Adamawa State. Other areas to be heavily affected are Abo in Delta State, Ado Ekiti in Ekiti State, Akure, Idanre, Ifon, Iju, Itaburu, Itaburu, Ogbese, Owo, Owena, and Ondo areas of Ondo State, Ipo, Ota, and Chagamu areas of Ogun State, Lafia and Wamba areas of Nasarawa State, Ikom and Ogoja area of Cross River State, Jamel, Miswa, Azare, Etas, Kafem Mandaki, Kari, Kifi, Tafawa Belewa, and Katangom areas of Bauchi State. Also to be affected are Hadija and Miga areas of Jigawa State, Ilesa and Oshobo areas of Oshun State, Kosubosu area of Para State, Anka, Bungudu, and Gozua areas of Zamfara State, Goronyo area of Sokoto State, Cheti area of Taraba State, Ito, Kastena, Alan, and Vanda Ika areas of Benue State, Oguta and Olo areas of Imo State, and Uba area of Abia State. NEMA's Director of Human Resources Management, Musa Zakari, climate changes had increased the frequency of natural disasters, including flood, across the country, stressing that the country may need to re-examine some fundamentally new and more efficient approach to disaster management. Abia Governor Oti bans Okada in Umuahia, Aba. Abia State Governor Alex Oti has banned the operation of commercial motorcycles. The state comes into effect immediately, but he did not provide any justification for the ban. He added that any motorcycle seen on the streets of Umuahia and Aba townships being used for such purposes will be impounded by the security agencies. The governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Oti, OFR, has directed the immediate ban on the operation of commercial motorcyclists, otherwise known as Okada, within Umuahia, the state capital, and Aba metropolis, Uko, stated. Imo Guba, Uzodinma drops deputy, picks woman as new running mate. Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State has picked Mrs. Chinyere Ekumaru as his running mate for the 11th November governorship election in the state and dropping his current deputy, Professor Placid Njoko. According to newsmen, the unveiling took place at an All Progressives Congress APC stakeholders meeting in Owerri. The governor also presented his scorecard under his 3-hour Government of Reconstruction, Rehabilitation, and Recovery from 15th January 2020 to date. He said his administration had laid the foundation for growth in all sectors of the economy and would consolidate on them to deliver an industrial, prosperous, and safe Imo in the coming years. Uzodinma said, "We have so much to campaign with. Our works speak for us." He commended his outgoing Njoko, saying, "I enjoyed a good working relationship with him. Let me use this opportunity to make it clear that I don't have any problem with my deputy. He's a very loyal and committed partner in progress," he stated. 4 die in land dispute, community clash in Enugu. The police in Enugu State yesterday confirmed the killing of at least 4 persons over a communal clash that erupted between 2 communities in the state. Newsmen gathered that the natives of Oyopo and Awa communities in Ezago local council in Enugu State had engaged in a free-for-all fight last Friday over ownership of the land that resulted to killings, injuries, and destruction of property. It was further gathered that about 5 motorcycles and tricycles were burned, while unspecified number of people sustained injuries. The clash was said to have started at about 10 o'clock a.m. on Friday. Spokesperson for Enugu State Police Command, Daniel Ndukwe, who confirmed the incident in a statement, added that the state's Commissioner of Police, Ahmed Amani, has ordered the deployment of police officers to the affected communities. He said that normalcy has been restored to the affected areas, while 12 persons directly involved in the clash have been arrested. Engage in politics, not war, Uzodinma tells Imo people. The governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, has said that politics is not war and advised his political opponents to stop the violence and killings in the state in the name of politics. The governor made this statement at the All Saints Anglican Cathedral Diocese, Ibu in Owerri, on Sunday. Addressing the congregation at the end of the church service, the governor reminded his political opponents that power comes from God, and as a believer in God, I am bound by conscience to do the right thing as a governor. He told the politicians to stop attending church service on Sundays and resort to financing violence and the shedding of blood of innocent Imo people the next day. The governor promised not to disappoint the reasonable expectations of Imo people. He commended the bishop of the diocese, Right Reverend Geoffrey Enyinya Okorafor for the choice of his homily, which he said he benefited from. Governor Uzodinma also congratulated the members of the cathedral, men and women, and pleaded with Imo people in general to have a rethink on what is happening in the state, characterized by violence, killings, and destructions, and orchestrated by the illegal release of over 1,840 prison inmates at the Owerri Correctional Center by unknown gunmen. He said, as a governor, he's only holding the common patrimony of Imo State in trust, insisting that the earlier we understand ourselves and come together, the better. Now we move over to the foreign scene. ECOWAS considers risky military intervention for Niger president. ECOWAS is currently grappling with the complex decision of initiating a military intervention aimed at restoring Niger's elected president. The West African bloc ECOWAS is mulling military intervention to restore Niger's elected president, Mohamed Bazoum, after he was detained by members of his guard on July 26. But experts say any such move is frightened with operational and political hazards from mustering an intervention force to inflicting civilian casualties. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, last Thursday mandated the deployment of a standby force to restore constitutional order in Niger. The force has intervened 6 times among ECOWAS members since 1990 in such events as civil war or political chaos. But today, as in the past, there is no clear agreement among ECOWAS members on the force's parameters, said Marc-Andre Bozevet, a Sahel specialist affiliated to the Center Franco-based think tank in Montreal. Basically, the African standby force wasn't conceived to restore constitutional order in a country where there has been a coup, said early Tribunal of French Institute of International Relations. Gathering the force depends on the will of the contributors, said Bozevet, an effort that requires lengthy negotiations and overcoming enormous suspicion. Out of 15 ECOWAS members, 3, Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso, have been suspended from the organization's ranks because of military coups. Of the others, West African superpower Nigeria, as well as Benin, Ivory Coast, and Senegal, said they are willing to send troops, although they also face strong opposition at home for this. Niger's own armed forces numbered around 30,000, of whom 11,000 are deployed fighting jihadists, according to figures given by last year. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona. The Water's deputy picks woman as new running mate. 4 die in land disputes. Community clash in Enugu. Engage in politics, not war. Also, the matters Imo people. ECOWAS considers risky military intervention for Niger president. You just listened to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM news. Read and produced by Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebona FM breaks the news with actualities.
That people are looking for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/gistfm.
So guys, like, subscribe, and share, right?
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be. Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem.
Why don't you join me, Martin Ifan KCSR number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Epona 103.5 FM as Street Reports on Foods in your face. On Martin Epona the corner 24/7, 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Bona DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio.
From 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Getting your morning inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Martin Ifan aka Meta.
And Christy, aka Emenari, aka Classy.
From Monday to Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
on the morning drive.
103.5
Your word.
Thank you, guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Right? Thank you.